Dear students, in the last video, I had told you about the relation between about the expression for drift velocity. So today I am going to explain how drift velocity is related to electric current. So again same diagram I am going to use here. This is a conductor having cross sectional area A and length is L. Its two ends are maintained at potential difference V, and because of potential difference an electric field E is set up. As I have already told you that a conductor consists of large number of free electrons, and these free electrons remain in random motion in the absence of electric field. But when electric field is applied, they try to move in a particular direction, or I can say in a direction opposite to that of applied electric field, and the average velocity with which they drift in a direction opposite to that of applied electric field, that is called their drift velocity. And as electron moves means charge move, and by definition current is charge by time. So electric current is charge by time. So first of all I have to calculate charge and then time, then I will divide them. So far as charge is concerned, let us suppose that n is number of electrons per unit volume. So cross sectional area of conductor is A and length is L. So area into length is volume. This is volume of conductor. You can see cross sectional area is A, length is L, so volume is area into length. This is volume. So this is number of electrons per unit volume, and this is total volume. So total number of electrons N into AL. And if charge on one electron is E, then total charge is total number of electron into charge on one electron. So Q is equal to N into E. What is N? It is small n A L into E. So this is charge. So far as time is concerned, time is, as we know, it is distance over speed. So how much distance an electron will cover from this end to this end? Distance covered will be L. And how much is the speed? It is moving with drift velocity. So time is distance by speed. So this is Q and this is T. So I is Q, that is NEAL, NEAL, and for time L upon VD, so it is L upon VD. So VD will move in the numerator. I is equal to NEA L into VD over L. So L cancels with L. So I is equal to NEA into VD. So this is the required expression for current and drift velocity. Current is related to drift velocity according to the relation I is equal to NEA into VD. So you can also substitute the value of VD, that I will explain in the next lesson. But you must remember the relation between current and drift velocity. The expression for drift velocity, that is E tau by m, and the relation between current and drift velocity, both are very, very important so far as your final exams are concerned. Now there is one more term that is called mobility. What is mobility? It is denoted by mu. So what is mobility? Drift velocity of the charged particle per unit electric field. I am repeating it again, that mobility of a charge carrier is defined as drift velocity of the charge carrier per unit applied electric field. So far as its units are concerned, drift velocity, it is meter per second unit, electric field volt per meter. So this will become meter square per second per volt. Again, let me explain. Mobility is drift velocity per unit electric field. Drift velocity, it is meter per second. Electric field, Newton per coulomb. Here I have used for electric field volt per ampere, and here for electric field I have used Newton per coulomb. Electric field force by charge, force is Newton, charge is coulomb, Newton per coulomb. Again, here why I have used E to V M inverse, because E is minus dV by dr. Electric field is negative gradient of electric potential. For potential it is volt, for length it is meter. So volt per meter is there. So you can use both the units. Here I am going to use Newton per coulomb. See here what I am doing now. Per Newton, meter, coulomb per second. Per coulomb will become coulomb. So this is also units of drift velocity. Again, it is per Newton, it is meter, coulomb per second, coulomb charge per second over time, charge over time, current. I can also use ampere. So in this way you can explain different types of units. Don't puzzle yourself if this units or this units or this units is used. All are equal. So thank you very much for today.